Hello again and welcome back to Illegally Cited. This is Jesse, aka BGFH, and I am back for another quick hardware review video. And yeah, I know, we're looking at another pair of headphones this time, but I do want to briefly mention these because I really like these a lot. We are looking at the Aftershokz Air headphones, Aftershokz Airs. And this is their latest bone conduction headphones from Aftershokz. And if you follow the channel for a while, I've covered one of the original Bluetooth Aftershokz, which I really didn't care for all that much. But once they went to the titaniums, the Trex titaniums, that's when I really started to fall in love with these things. So these are not earbuds, they are bone conduction headphones, meaning that they conduct sound through the bones, the vibrations in your head. You got one here on the other side. You put these little earpieces, you put them right in front of your ear, and then the headband goes around the back of your head. So these actually sit, and you see how in this one, all the other Aftershokz before that, they just had a band that would go straight back. And these, they kind of have this little loop here that goes more comfortably around your ear, so it kind of sits and kind of fits snugly around your ear. They're super light. They're very comfortable. Half the time I forget that I'm wearing them. People will be like, "What's that on your head?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I am wearing headphones, aren't I?" So I mean, they're very light. They're very comfortable. They've got this nice rubber coating around them. You know, they're bendy. They just work really well. So like I said, they are bone conduction headphones, and they work great in a lot of cases. So showing you quickly what's on them. On the right-hand side here, you've got your control box here that would kind of sits right behind your ear. And in here you've got, there's a little cover over it right now, but it uses micro USB, not USB-C yet, but micro USB. Plug them in, charge them. By the way, these things get actually really good battery life. For something that has hardly any space to put a battery, I'm surprised that I generally get a good, most of a day use out of them. I would say on average, you should be able to expect maybe 6 hours or so is what they say. And some days, depending on whether you're using them constantly or you're just, maybe you have them on your head, but you have the thing paused for a while, that might be even a little bit conservative. Like, I'm genuinely impressed with the amount of battery life that you get on these things. So you got your USB adapter here, and then you have your volume up and your volume down button. And your volume up button is actually a really multi-purpose button. You see it's got the bump on there too. You can feel it. The down doesn't have another little bump, but on the top side of the volume up button, you got a little bump, so you can easily tell which is up and down. But your up button, you hold that to turn it on and off, so that's also your power button. And when you're turning it on, if you hold it even longer, you'll hear it say pairing mode active or something like that. So that is also how you turn it on and pair it with a device. On the other side of the headset here, if I can get it here, on the actual side where your earpiece is, you have a play pause button. And that also functions as like your kind of Siri button or your answer a phone call button. I personally don't use these still for phone calls. Maybe on a rare occasion, if I have to just do something really quick, I'll do a call. But again, I've said this in other videos, and Bluetooth headsets, stereo Bluetooth headsets, I generally don't like the way many of the microphones work on them. You're taking a stereo headset and then you're just, boom, putting it down into mono for a call. But the problem is a lot of the microphones are not specifically designed super well for phone calls. You pick up a lot of background noise, and sometimes the background noise even kind of overpowers your actual voice. So you can make phone calls with them. I really don't. I choose not to. I don't like when people do it to me with a crappy Bluetooth headset or a crappy microphone, and I don't want to do it with them. But that's being said, I still use these all the time. I have a pair at work, and then I have a pair at home. These actually, this pair here, replaced my titaniums that I did a review for on the channel a year or two ago. And what happened was, is I had my titaniums in my coat pocket this last winter, and I don't know what I did, but somehow right, I'll show you where actually. It was like right here. You got your control box here, and then in between the control box and the earpiece, right about here where my thumb is, it just snapped. So like this whole piece just went and completely broke. And I got mad, I took them out of my pocket when I got to work, and I'm like, oh crap, they broke. I kind of got mad about it for a couple minutes, and then I'm like, oh, you know what? I use them so much. I mean, it sucks that I'm gonna have to buy another pair, but like, I just logged on my computer at work, went to Amazon and ordered me another pair of these Aftershokz Airs, because when I got my first pair of Airs, like I said, I saw my friend recommended them to me, and I tried his pair. I'm like, hey, these are actually pretty good. Picked them up a little bit on sale last fall. Really liked them. And then, I could have got another titanium pair, but I just chose, no, let's just get another pair of Airs, and I bought them at home. And so, like I said, these work really well. There's a couple really, really good use cases for these. So if you're in class, if you are in meetings, if you're in a situation where, let's say, especially if as a blind or low vision user, if you are using your computer, using your phone or tablet, you want to hear your screen reader, you want to hear your app reading you things aloud, Seeing AI or Prismo or Voice Stream Scanner or something like that, you can hear your device, but you still have your ears open so that you can hear your instructor or the people in the room in a meeting or whatever. So it works great for that. It also works beautifully for if you are traveling, maybe you're walking around, but you're getting some GPS instructions from your phone. Again, you're hearing the GPS instructions, but you have your ears uncovered, so you can hear traffic, you can hear people, you can hear other things in the environment for safety. So these are great for that kind of a thing. And they work beautifully in a quiet environment. So like I said, I use these all the time at home. I'm reading books, listening to podcasts. I listen to music on occasion, but these are not going to win any super awards for, super bassy headphones. You're not going to be, there's a fair bit of audio bleed. So like you can hear, other people can, if you crank it way up, people can hear what you're listening to a fair bit. But, that's where I have my Bluetooths. If I want to isolate the world, I've got my Bluetooth pair of headphones that I use for really listening to music and good content like that. But, again, a lot of spoken content or a little bit of music here and there. Yeah, I use these a lot. I mean, that's why I wanted a pair from home. I didn't want to forget them at work or forget them at home. So I have a pair there and I have a pair here. That's just really how much I've started using these things. That's why I have two pair. That's why I like them. So, yeah, I mean, they sound good. They're really light. They're comfortable. You get good battery life. They are a little bit expensive, definitely a little bit expensive, but the build quality is generally, I think, quite good. Again, the comfort, the usability, again, just the safety. If you're using this as an O&M, if you're using this to, get around with your audio GPS kind of a thing, works great for that because you're not covering your ears. These things are $150 normal price. So you can get them at a local electronics store, Best Buy, whatever. You can get them on Amazon. That's where I bought mine. But they're $150. And you might be able to find them on sale here and there. But again, these are, they are quality headphones. I use these constantly. I don't regret buying them. Obviously not if I have two pair, but so these are the Aftershokz Airs headphones, Bluetooth, bone conduction headphones. The other thing that I'll really briefly mention, if you are a voiceover user or a screen reader user, the audio lag in these things are actually not bad. And my main measurement for that is I use my iPhone, and if I'm trying to type on the on-screen keyboard, There have been other headphones that I've used where, boy, it's just been really laggy, and it's just painful to type using that on-screen keyboard. This I can do pretty much with no problem. Yeah, you can tell there might be a little bit of a lag there, but I mean, it's very, very usable. I do it all the time. It works great. So just letting you guys know, there's not really a lot of lag either if you're using speech a lot. So I use these all the time. I use them with the Bluetooth keyboard as well for taking notes or emails or doing things like that. They're great. So that is the Aftershokz Airs. Get them now for like 150 bucks. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Follow me on Twitter at BGFH79, mixer.com/BGFH, or legallycited.com. And until next time, I will chat with you guys again later.
Stop recording video.